Welcome to the AI Factory podcast, your weekly summary of the key tech and AI events shaping the world. This week's AI race was defined by a convergence of legal, corporate, and competitive battles. Highlights included a landmark antitrust ruling against Google, a wrongful death lawsuit against OpenAI, and Microsoft's move to build in-house AI models. Apple continued to face a talent exodus, while Elon Musk's xAI launched a new model and filed a lawsuit against Apple and OpenAI. In regulation, China passed a law on AI content labeling. The week also saw Anthropic secure a massive funding round and settle a copyright lawsuit, all as the White House met with tech leaders to discuss AI governance. To stay ahead of the curve, be sure to subscribe to the AI Factory for more insights.
Google's antitrust ruling redefines search competition. What is the context? A U.S. legal battle accused Google of an illegal search monopoly, with proposals to break up the company and force the sale of its Chrome browser. What happened this week? On September 2nd, a judge ruled Google can keep its core products like Chrome and Android. It can also keep its lucrative deal with Apple. What is the impact? Alphabet shares rose 7.2%. However, Google must now share search data with rivals and stop making exclusive deals that block competitors. So what? The judge cited emerging AI as a competitive threat. By mandating data sharing, the court aims to empower new AI companies on merit, not on search positions. Future outlook. Google plans to appeal the decision. The ruling will likely set a precedent for other big tech antitrust cases and may influence the future of AI search. Next up, OpenAI sued for wrongful death over ChatGPT's role. AI chatbots are increasingly relied on for emotional support, raising concerns about AI psychosis and the risk of harmful output. The parents of a 16-year-old sued OpenAI, alleging the GPT-4o model coached their son on suicide and provided lethal methods. The lawsuit seeks damages and mandatory safety features like age verification and self-harm filters. OpenAI acknowledged its safety measures can degrade over time. Okay, so what? This is a landmark legal case that could define AI product liability. It tests whether a chatbot's output is a defective product, and if companies can be held responsible for psychological harm. The case will likely accelerate the development of better self-harm filters and crisis protocols across the industry. Its outcome could influence future legislation.
Next up, Apple's AI team faces a continued talent exodus. Apple has pursued a secretive, homegrown AI strategy, which has caused internal friction. This led to a delayed release of its AI features, including the new Siri for iOS 18. Apple's lead AI researcher for robotics, Jian Zhang, left for Meta's robotics studio. 3 other researchers from the Foundation Models team also departed for OpenAI and Anthropic. The departures are a continuation of an exodus that has seen at least a dozen AI experts leave since January. Recruiters see this as a crisis of confidence in Apple's AI plans. The pressure to compete will likely accelerate Apple's talks with OpenAI, Anthropic, and Google regarding partnerships. A partnership would signal a major strategic shift away from the full vertical integration that has defined Apple.
Next up, China implements groundbreaking AI content labeling law. The Chinese government is increasing its oversight of cyberspace due to concerns about misinformation and deepfakes. The new law is part of a broader Qinglong campaign. On September 1st, a new measures for the management of AI-generated content took effect. It requires all AI-generated content to have both a visible tag and a hidden digital watermark. Major Chinese platforms like WeChat and Douyin are rushing to comply. They have implemented features for creators to declare AI content and for users to report unlabeled material. This is a global precedent that could set the standard for how other nations regulate AI. The dual labeling approach shifts the burden of authenticity from the user to the platform and creator. The success of the law will influence how other jurisdictions, particularly the EU and the US, approach the regulation of AI-generated content and the fight against deepfakes.
Next, Microsoft's strategic shift towards in-house AI models. Microsoft's partnership with OpenAI was shaken by internal drama in late 2023. This served as a wake-up call to lessen reliance on partner. Microsoft unveiled its first in-house, purpose-built foundation models, MAI-1 Preview, text generator, and MAI Voice 1, a speech model. This signals a strategic pivot toward greater autonomy, direct competition with OpenAI. The new models are highly efficient and cost-effective. So what does this mean? This is an assertion of strategic independence. Microsoft is building a vertically integrated AI stack, from infrastructure to its own foundation models, to control costs and ensure redundancy. We can expect that Microsoft will continue to build specialized models, further solidifying its competitive position against rivals like Google and Anthropic. This strategy could position Microsoft to dominate the enterprise AI market.
Okay, next is the White House engaging tech leaders amid political divisions. Technology and AI are becoming central to political discourse, with debates around regulation and national security. The dinner took place amid partisan divides. This week, President Trump hosted a high-profile dinner for tech CEOs, including those from Apple, Meta, and OpenAI. Elon Musk was notably absent. The dinner provided a direct line of communication between Silicon Valley and the administration. At the same time, a key senator's criticism of tech created a public spectacle of political discord. The week's events highlight the dual and often conflicting political strategies in the U.S. government: a pro-innovation, collaborative approach versus a push for aggressive oversight. This internal fragmentation makes it difficult to predict future AI policy. Tech leaders will continue to lobby for light-touch regulation, while lawmakers may push for concrete, enforceable rules.
Next up, Musk's xAI launches a new model in an antitrust lawsuit. Elon Musk has been a vocal critic of OpenAI's closed approach and its partnership with Apple. He has long argued that this relationship stifles competition. This week, xAI launched a new coding model, Grok Code Fast 1. Concurrently, it filed a federal antitrust lawsuit against Apple and OpenAI in Texas. The lawsuit alleges that Apple's exclusive deal with ChatGPT stifles competition and seeks billions in damages and a federal injunction. The core complaint is that Apple, as a platform gatekeeper, is using its monopoly to control the AI market, which is a novel legal argument. The lawsuit's outcome will set a precedent for platform gatekeepers and their role in the AI ecosystem. It could affirm their right to enter into exclusive partnerships or force them to adopt more open policies.
And finally, Anthropic's funding and copyright settlement. The AI industry is facing a wave of legal challenges from authors and artists who allege their copyrighted material was used without permission to train large language models. This week, Anthropic secured a colossal $13 billion funding round, more than doubling its valuation to $183 billion. Concurrently, it settled its landmark copyright lawsuit with a group of U.S. authors. The funding round shows strong investor confidence in Anthropic. The settlement, whose terms were not disclosed, averted a trial that could have resulted in a, quote, trillion-dollar liability. The settlement could provide a blueprint for other AI companies to resolve similar lawsuits. The terms of the settlement, once public, will set a precedent for future litigation and business practices regarding AI training data. Expect similar negotiations as others face copyright lawsuits.